This is Car Guys New England, your YouTube channel for anything automotive.
Bad, cause it's bit bad. She want me the bag, like chips at the front. Lift up, I fly like a pelic in my bed. I like get my way, pelic quick. They get the pop up on the elephant cut. My trunk, yeah, it's in the front. Of course, it's in the back. This a big. This a real big difference. You just want a club. I just need them racks. You just want a party. I just want a rock star.
This is Jay with Car Guys New England, and I got another exciting video. So tomorrow the Caprice is heading over to Ken's Auto in Billerica so we can continue working on it. So I'm just buttoning up a few things last minute on the car to get it ready to travel over there. Right. So one of the things that I need to do is I still got these stupid number 6 hydraulic hoses in here, and there is oil in them. They're disconnected on both ends. But what I got was these JIC plugs. So I'm able to just keep the oil from making a huge mess when, we take these lines out of the car. So that one is plugged, and now I can do the other side. All right, so let's take care of this passenger side line. Again, we're gonna just take this plug, put that in place. That way we're not losing any oil while the car is being transported to Billerica. So that one is all set for now. So technically I can just close the hood anytime that I want to now, and nothing's gonna get contaminated. Also, you can't really see it in the dark, but I've also capped off the half-inch, or I should say number 8 fittings on the new cylinders. There's a cap on there to just keep grime from getting into the cylinder fittings. So in the trunk, obviously I still got the number 6 lines. They've been disconnected, and I have the number 8 fittings on the 2 front pumps. So I'm just gonna take this plug that I got, and that's just gonna plug off the line. So I left the lines in these Powerade bottles just to drain out some hydraulic oil, and I'm just gonna put this fitting on this one so it doesn't leak out, and then I'm going to do the other side fitting, and that way it just doesn't make a big oily mess. As you can see, those are disconnected. That's all hydraulic oil in there, so we don't want to mess. All right, so we're gonna install this other plug, and the line's just kind of buried back here, so I just need to be able to get at it, which there it is. And oops, so we're gonna get that bottle off, and we're just installing that plug. So that line is plugged, so we're good. Okay, I gotta remember to bring this die-hard battery with me. This is brand new, and also the bolts and all the wiring to get that all set. So that's coming with me as well tomorrow. But I pretty much did what I needed to do for tomorrow when Rick Abbott shows up to tow it, and we'll get the car over to Billerica.
Basically, I bleed hydraulic fluid.
And I bleed hydraulic fluid as well. So I have this 32 weight hydraulic oil from Mag 1, and I got 4 gallons of it. So we're going to be putting that into the pumps while we get everything ready. All right, today's the day. Got the Caprice ready for Rick, and just waiting for him to show up, and we're gonna tow the car. All right, I got the town car all loaded up with all the goodies. So everything's there, the high lift kit, new hoses, all that stuff, hydraulic fluid up front. So just waiting on Rick. One and only Rick Abbott, folks, here to tow my Caprice again.
Oh yeah, I see that doing that.
$1-877 cards for kids. Donate your car today.
1877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids.
All right. So we're at Ken's Auto in Billerica. And we're gonna get the Caprice right in the bay. So you guys haven't seen the Caprice in a long time.
Nope. 2002, 3. As much as a fucking truck though, so. You'll have to keep that part out.
So since yesterday was my dad's birthday, I'm just gonna go visit him real quick and you know, just talk with him, because this entire build, you know, really it's all about the preserving the memory of my father and stuff like that. It's always tough, you know, just the reality of this, that, you know, he's no longer with us. So but that's pretty much all I have to say about that right now. So I'm here at Ken's Auto, and we're gonna start working on the Caprice. So one of the first things that I'm going to do this morning is put hydraulic oil in the pump. So I got that all over here. So let's get this filled up. All right, so I'm just slowly filling this up because it's definitely not going to take a full gallon. But what I'm doing is I want to leave about an inch from the top, and we're definitely nowhere close yet. So this pump is about an inch from the top. Now I'm going to do the rest. Just screw in this pressure gauge. That way I know I got it. Okay. And let's move on to the next ones. All right, working on filling the third pump, and then I'll finish off the other one. Hydraulics are filled with hydraulic oil. So now I'm going to get those old number 6 lines out. I got the car on the lift. What I need to do is just take the bottom of the rear seat out so I can get these lines out and get the new ones in. All right, so I got the car up on the lift, and I've already started clipping the zip ties that held in these front lines. So I'm just going to go ahead and start freeing these lines once again. So I almost have the old hydraulic lines out. I'm just going to get this bad boy out, which I've already pulled through. So that one's set, and then I'll get the other side going. I got to get this stuff off of the line so I can get it to drop out. So over here we have the number 6 hydraulic line, and here we have the number 8, which is a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to drop the car down a little bit, and I'm going to run it from the trunk towards the front of the car, just to make sure that I get as much slack towards the front as possible, and we'll get rolling on that. So I'm going to have to remove the rear seat to make this easier, and there's a bolt above the seatbelt retractor that I'm going to take out, and then I should be able to run these lines a lot easier. And so I'm just going to pull the line through, and then I'll hook it up on the trunk side. You can see the pumps over there. The passenger side line is in, and I just have it loosely connected to the front passenger pump. I'm going to go around to the other side and get that other line ran. The hop switch cord has been ran, so I can wire that up later on once I get to the wiring stuff. But now I need to finish running the hydraulic lines. So I'm going to bring the car up on the lift once again, and just run them the most secure and safest way that I can underneath the car. And Kenny's working on removing the gas tank from the Caprice so we can do some work underneath here and also get the stale gas out of here. gas tanks out of the car, which gives us a lot more room underneath here to play around. So we're going to have some issues. So these springs are tired. The problem is that the person that installed this bridge didn't leave enough room for my new springs, so that's going to be a little bit interesting. I was actually hoping that that would have worked, but I don't know. There might be a workaround for this. We'll see. Front hydraulic lines are ran to the cylinders, and they're just tightened down enough so that can be bled later on. But those are all set. So I'm going to put the car back up in the lift and just make sure that these lines are secure, and we're going to make sure that any rub points aren't a problem. Right, so the hydraulic lines are secured underneath the car. I got that all set, and I just pulled the extra slack into the trunk area. So we are ready to put the rear seat back in. So I'm going to grab all this stuff and put the rear seat in. I already ran the cable for the hopping switch, and yeah, we'll take it from here. All right, so I'm just working on getting the rear seat bottom back in. I just really have to fight that to get that in, but the rear seat back is in. So lines are ran. We're going to cut the drive shaft, get rid of this slip yoke that didn't have a spring, and we're going to swap it out for one from Black Magic. And then from there we'll figure out what the length of the drive shaft needs to be. So again, you can see the old slip yoke that didn't have a spring. This one has a spring. So, and I'm actually going to run 2 of these in the car. All right, so we got one end of the slip stub in. It's not welded yet. And then we made some measurements underneath the car. And what we want to do is make sure that we're only using 2 inches of this, not the full 4 inches. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of vibration and everything while you're trying to drive the car. So with this, it'll always have 2 inches of travel on this side, and it'll end up having 2 inches of travel on this side. Take this drive shaft out of the car using a 7/16 ratchet, and I'm just going to loosen all these up. I'm going to need 2 hands to do this, but then I can slip this drive shaft out, and we can get the one Tommy is building in the car. And the double slip. Think this is going to get some good lockup?
I hope so.
I'm in the middle of the cap.
I mean, it's almost, it's within a 16th of an inch, I'd say.
What, did it go too far all the other way?
So hard to tell.
You're talking about...
You want to make sure that looks like...
Beautiful. Good job, Tommy.
Not too bad.
Looks good. Can't wait to get it in. The double slip yoke is in. All right, so next we're going to put in the long arm kit. These go from the pumpkin to where the original long arm mounted on the frame, and then these bad boys are going to go on the axle on one side, and then they are going to get brackets welded into the frame.
Yeah.
So we got the original long arm undone. We're going to do the other pinion arm, and then we can put in the other one. So we got to cut the exhaust because the arm isn't going to reach for that. So we're just going to cut this. So we're removing the pinion bushing. We got to put this style in its place, and then that's going to run to where the long arm was here. And this is the new bushing that goes in.
Probably should have got a bigger hammer. I wish they had 4 notches on it.
Right. Is that the right way now?
Well, that part's right. This moves, rotates, so.
Okay. All right. So there's one. So this concludes this video about redoing the Lowrider hydraulics. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give the video a like. If you have questions or comments, be sure to comment down below. This is Jay with Car Guys New England. Until next time, take care.